Hey everybody, I'm getting some stuff situated. There we go. I'm Yvonne Williams with Back to Earth Creations, and in today's live stream, I wanted to do some Q&A with you guys while I craft, so that hopefully I can just be as helpful to y'all as possible. Hey Derpy, hey Lisa. uh, Cheers and good morning. Aloha. It's good. I cannot express to you guys how nice it is to see you today. I'm having kind of a rough morning, but I'm just so happy to see y'all. Hey Jim. Hey Maria. Hey Tanya. Oh well, thanks Sandy. I'm down 4 pounds from last time I weighed myself, which is good. That's the right direction. So painting leather for a show. Ah, right on. I love painting leather. Okay, so I had posted over on Patreon, and I think I probably should have given us a little bit more time um, to like list questions. So I'm gonna check and see if we have any questions over there. Well, thanks, Daniel. Um, no, Randy's been fantastic this morning, Jim. It's life. Uh, So if y'all have any questions, be sure to do just like how Melissa did and do the at Yvonne Williams spelled out exactly the same way as what my screen name is. Hey Yvette, how do I use my thing? Let me make sure my sound's off so it's not blowing up in y'all's ears. It's off. Okay. But yeah, if you have questions, lay them on me. I really enjoyed on Tuesday. Just 30 minutes solid of just answering y'all's questions. That makes me very happy. So Patreon. Right. Hey Nina, what's in your hair today? Well, the regular old, wool extensions that I have braided in, and then I had made a little felted flower, like out of pre-cut components. Um, and I was feeling pretty poopy, so I was like, I'll put pretty stuff on my head. Hey, pupper. Then I think my dog has cancer. Anyways. Oh what? How do I log into Patreon? Okay, I can't log into Patreon on my tablet right now. So where's the other thing? I'm just a hot mess this morning, y'all. Will you help me? Thank you, love. Okay, hey Rosa, favorite brand of nylon jaw pliers? I haven't honestly used a bunch of different brands, but I think Beetlon are what I've been using for ages. Like these are my first and only pair of nylon jaw pliers that I have, and they work even when the little screw fell out. Maria asks, "Can you make a tutorial on how you clean and fix and seal your resin?" Yeah, I think I'll do that. I've been meaning to do like a sanding one because sanding resin is really scary to me. Um, but yeah, I really like these nylon jaw, but then these were gifted to me, and these are by the Beadsmith, but they're like a bracelet bending, and I really love these, but they're a little bit more specific. I don't know if I got an email or not. Yes. If I leave it though, it'll not do it. Don't worry about it. Okie dokie. Thanks, Sabrina. Teresa Z's just covered in lumps. Like I don't know if he's just got like old man warts or I don't know what it is. I don't know. Um, pricing. Do you price each item or say an amount for that display? Um, we put tags on each individual item. Just in case something doesn't get put back where it was picked up from, because sometimes, if we're lucky, it shows quite busy, Margaret, and so that it's like a fraction of a penny per tag. I really like using these shark skin tags that I get from Fire Mountain Gems, and it's like sold per like pack of like 1,000. So that goes a pretty long ways. Unless there's like a ring design. No, even then, because I've seen 100 of them, it's the first time the customer is seeing it, and it's very good, I think, to just go ahead and announce the price on the thing, if that makes sense. Thank you, baby. Oh, he got me all logged in and everything. How do I click that? Yeah, so for those of y'all who are a patron of mine, I really appreciate it. But also, don't ever feel bad if you don't know how to navigate their app, because I do this for a living, and I don't know how to navigate their nap. Or oh no. Okay, Lee, I see that you didn't get your February craft crate. We will double check on your shipping and stuff. Like I think Randy will check into that for me. Um, if ever y'all haven't received a craft crate, please send us a private message on Patreon, and that way we can get that all sorted out, and that way like nobody else finds out your shipping info and stuff. But we have not shipped March's craft along crates yet. We're still waiting on, and it's my fault entirely. I had purchased probably 2 weeks later than what I should have some bulk wire from Parawire, and it hasn't arrived yet, so I can't send out the packages until that gets here. So better planning for future Vaughn next time, but those should be sent out hopefully in the next like week. Just as soon as the stuff gets here, we're gonna drop everything and ship those out. Hey Randy.
Yeah.
You monitoring comments for me?
I'm trying. I gotta catch up.
Gotcha. I am finding the thing. Do you know what the icon looks like? Oh, I found it. Sorry. Derby, someone called you bad? Flip it around and dab. I love you so much. Uh, Allergies plus colds plus the cold and it's freaking rain. Oh no, Mandy. Melissa says, I have been in a funk lately with no inspiration and no idea how to get out of it. Do you ever get like that, and how do you move past it? Let me get this turned around. Yes.
People are saying they're most likely just fatty tumors.
Yeah, that's what we figure. He's still got his appetite. He's still 100%. I think he's okay. I'm just having a bad day. And so naturally my mind wants to go down this dark spiral of we're all going to die anyways, so, nihilism. Um well, whenever I get in a rut, I'll focus on the work aspect of what needs done. So oftentimes I'll tidy up my workspace. I'll go through and do like how we started on Tuesday and like how I intend to finish today, and just bulk make stuff for in the booth. Sometimes I'll just the process of tidying up my craft space can be really cathartic. Like, it's not only are you physically tidying up, but you can sometimes also be mentally tidying up. And then sometimes you'll stumble across something that it's like, ooh, I haven't seen this in ages, and maybe it didn't inspire you then, but maybe it inspires you now. Hey Sonora.
There was someone named Lee I need to look into?
Yes, they commented on today's post.
Okay. But not this video.
Not this video.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
I've been looking through all the comments like, who's Lee?
Gotcha, baby. Thelma says, can you do a video with several ideas on how to finish a bracelet? Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I have like very limited ways that I go about finishing bracelets. But that's a really good idea. I'll take notes. Though I do have to say, I can never remember if it's CLS or CSL Designs. She has some fantastic tutorials. Like Nicole Hanna, like a lot of these folks. Lisa Barth, actually, in her book Timeless Wire Weaving. CSL, thank you guys. Like, I follow her on Instagram and everything, and it's like, I wish I were better at names. But I feel like in like just doing a bit of like research and watching around and stuff. Stop licking your butt. I can hear it. Thank you. Sam, I saw that, baby. Thank you. Sam just looked at me super accusingly like, don't tell me how to live. Favorite brand of wire. My brand is lumpy and looks like white dusty silver. this is not a paid promotion. I love Parawire. Like, I don't think I can emphasize to you guys enough how much I love Parawire. Like, I have a whole wall of Parawire. I have a drawer of Parawire for my bare copper, for my silver filled, for my enameled copper. I absolutely love them. I even love their dead soft aluminum and anodized aluminums. Absolutely love Parawire. Some of the colors, this is one that was actually sent to me that and it has a little bit of a problem with it turns your fingers green, I guess from the dye that's in the enameling, but it still stays on the thing. Like, if that makes sense. Like, it's dyeing fingers green when I work with it, but once the piece is made, it still holds up just fine. Right on. And it holds up really well to hammering, to tight little coils, to I've never had any problems unless I'm really, really abusing it and trying to like bust it up. I've never had any problems with it flaking or chipping. And I've had pieces that I've been wearing for about 8 years now, even with my very acidic skin, wearing it in outdoor conditions at like Ren fairs and craft shows and stuff. And it still hasn't eaten through the enameling. And I'm like, nice. Julie says, where do you buy your silver necklace chain from? I like to get it from the Ring Lord, theringlord.com. Thank you. Again, I wish I were better at names. Like, I need a little tag on everything to be like, this is from this person. But it was gifted to me by a very talented lady who I follow on Instagram. Hey, Kimmy. And it's actually a bracelet, but I like to wear it as a necklace and a headband also. So, Laura asks, do you ever have trouble after convention with getting back into rebuilding stock and creating new items / ideas? Typically, Laura, whenever we get back from, they have both sterling and silver plated, Jody, on the Ring Lord. Though also Rio Grande is really great for that. But Laura, to answer your question, usually I go home and sleep for like 2 days. Randy and I both are just exhausted after conventions. But I'm really lucky that I get to meet so many of y'all at conventions and talk to so many other artisans that usually I'm just as inspired as what I am exhausted whenever we get back from a convention. So that's often on the drive home. I'll be writing down ideas. I'll be sketching out designs. And so I normally, I'll get right back into the groove of it just because I'm kind of addicted. But no, it's, yeah, a market hangover. That's a really good way of putting it, Toshers. It's just, it's both exhilarating and exhausting to do so much like concentrated peopling. And so it takes a little bit of recovery time, but no, we just gotta get back to it. Gotta work. How do you decide on what kinds of chains for your pendants? If I'm not making it into a full-blown necklace that's going to have like matching beadwork or gemstones or wire wrapping in it, I usually, Jody, try to, oh, nope. Maria, sorry, my page had jumped. Maria, I usually try to go through and use, if it's a petite pendant, I'll use like a 2mm chain in a matching metal tone. And if it's a little bit larger, I'll use a 3 or even a 4mm curb chain. I like the curb chains because instead of, if you can see, instead of the rings sitting together like this, they sit together kind of like that. Like it'll sit flat on your skin. And I just think it drapes a little more nicely. Spirit says, I'm doing my first craft fair in September. Any suggestions for my first time? That's all I use is Parawire. Right on, Spirit. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Set up your booth completely. Put everything out. Set it up like you were at the event. And then mess around in it a bit. Like look at it from a customer's perspective. See if there's anything that there's so much going on that you don't really see what's up, or if it looks a little too sparse, because stocked shelves sell. If it's a little too sparse, like unless you really have like a minimalist aesthetic or something, having a solid amount of inventory, but it can be hard to find that balance. Hey, Forge and S'mores. So yeah, that's my best piece of advice, because then it'll let you see too, once you have all your inventory out, do you have anything in back stock? And so I recommend doing that like a month or so before doing your first event. That way you have time to order a different display or make a different display if you need to, or make more inventory. Like, you have time to fix the problems that might rise up. Another one is, if you're helping a customer on the other side of the table, do you have to walk around, or are you able to like reach across? It's there's enough things to have to worry about in your first vending event, that you don't want to have. It's anything that you can do to get out of the way. um Set up your booth, make sure you've got a money box, like all these different things. That way, once you get to the show and suddenly the booth space isn't what they said it was going to be, you've already prepared everything that you can prepare for. So um mine is parawire, but I twisted it with a drill. It started to peel on the copper. Right on. I don't know. Maybe hand twisting. Maybe if it goes a little slower. But I don't know. I haven't tried that, Garner. So uh because I've hand twisted and it's been all right. So it might be, maybe the drill does it very quickly or heats it up a lot or something. So important question. Are you getting more beautiful and sparkling brighter every time I see you? Sam. I did put on a little bit of highlighter today, and like I draw in my eyebrows, but that's really nice of you. Because I always get comments that are like, "Man, you look really tired today," and I'm like, "It's because I'm really tired."
Old now.
Do what?
It's because I'm just old now.
Yeah, it's because I'm. This is just my face now, you guys. Oh, and I got super fancy and plucked my beard for y'all today. So step number one to a casual glam look: pluck that billy goat beard. Um, Melody says, "Have you used stainless steel flat rings for chainmail, and where would you suggest getting stainless steel?" I don't coil and cut any of my own stainless steel. It's really hard on my machinery, and it's like hecka hard to coil. So I just buy it from the Ring Lord. And I haven't used flat wire, but I have used square cut stainless steel from Ringlord, theringlord.com, and it's phenomenal. It's gorgeous. I love the weight of it, and like this way it catches the light and stuff. It's very nice. Um, but you will feel it. Like if you work with like softer metals primarily, and then you go over to some stainless steel, is like I can weave for maybe a third of the time that with stainless steel is what I can with like aluminum or something. Laura says, we completed Branson and I gave myself the week after to just not think. And now I'm having issues getting the fire lit under myself to pick back up and get back at it. Maybe try something new. You had a really great setup at Branson, but maybe now that you've got your resin stock built up, maybe do more of something else that has you a little bit more inspired, uh, if that makes sense. Can you recommend a good / easy craft show for a first time seller on the East Coast? I don't know. We live in the Midwest and have for about 6 years now, so it's been a long time since I've gone to the East Coast. Now, just in general, picking something local, so at least you don't have to drive 6 hours to get there, and you don't have to worry about a hotel, and you don't have to, like, getting to go home at the end of the day and sleep in your own bed is invaluable. So I'd start with like Google, craft shows within like an hour radius of yourself, or however far you're willing and capable of driving in a day. Um, because that's too, and whenever you've Googled it, be sure to look at their setup times, because if they're like shows open at 8 a.m., it takes Randy and I about 6 hours to set up our full convention booth setup, and about two, maybe, I think, whenever it's just our jewelry setup, like to do the pop-up and everything. So you'll need to take that into consideration on how early in the morning are you willing to wake up to drive to an event and everything. So sorry I couldn't be more helpful on that one. Ocean my hand. Typically, I can tell if the wire is coated by exposing it to some liver of sulfur or like some boiled eggs. Like leave it in your fridge for a week in a, like a Tupperware with a boiled egg in it, and if it starts to oxidize, it's not coated. ah. Can you use plastic Coke bottles to do polymer clay and bake it? I'm a chicken to try it. Teresa, honestly, I don't think I'd try that because I think the plastic would just melt. Now, I haven't tried it, I haven't looked it up or anything. So, if you watched somebody else's video or something and they're doing it, maybe try it like in a toaster oven outside. But no, it's that plastic burns pretty easily, I think, and I don't know. Now, you can use soda cans, like an aluminum soda can as like a bracelet form or as like the core of something. um, Again, sorry I can't be more helpful on that one. Natasha says, are you able to recycle the parawire that is coated? My local place only takes bare bright. It depends entirely on your local recycling center. I save all of mine. Like you can see just from like this past week, I've got a whole handful of coated wire. Now I do keep my coated and my bare separate because I am going to try doing some of my own smelting. Because I'm like, if I could just melt that down at all, like I know it's going to be like popping and horrible and fumes and stuff, so I'm going to be doing it outside with like, safety gear on. But there's gotta, I mean, it's copper core. Once you've smelted it down, all of the enameling and coating and stuff should have burnt off. So I don't know. But used to, when we lived in Tennessee, our recycling center would take it. They just wouldn't reimburse us for it, or at least not as much. Why do they say that aluminum coated wire is not good? Um, Tracy, I don't know. I haven't heard that. I know that if it's anodized aluminum, I do like it for chainmail, but it can scratch up quite a bit easier depending on where you get it from. Uh, but there's a lot of folks who swear against aluminum that it'll give you Alzheimer's, as soon as you look at it and all sorts of stuff. But uh, I figure my garbage eating habits are gonna do me in before anything, so I'm gonna keep crafting with aluminum. Um, have you tried the chain from Fire Mountain? What makes the Ring Lord better? I just get it from the Ring Lord because I already buy some other stuff from there, and they have it in like these bulk spools for like $50. Like this one was filled, I mean, to the brim, and I've been using it for like a year. On Fire Mountain, you're gonna get a lot more decorative options, like some different like styles of chain, and if you have it in your budget to take advantage of their all assortable discount, do it. Okay, Laura says, are y'all going to stop by VisionCon since it's back in Springfield? I have no idea. We're still floundering around just trying to, like, we thought we had a plan for this year, you guys, but at every turn something is coming up, and it's like trying really hard to not feel like we're failing at life and failing y'all and just everything. So we don't know yet, Laura, but I think it would be really cool. Do you have any experience with Viking wire weaving? If so, how do you usually end the cords you make? I've always called it Viking knit, but it's where you make like the tube and you pull it through a draw block. I usually cap off the ends with just I actually have a tutorial on it. It's like you make like a little conical bead cap out of more wire, and I just kind of cap the ends off like that. I've also crammed it up inside just big whole beads before, and you know, uh, so hopefully that helps. They also have pre-made like end caps for like really thick cord and stuff that I've seen those be used with like E6000 to great effect on the ends of Viking knit chain. On the smelting, you need to pull the impurity slag off the top. That's a really good tip. I figured whenever I get enough and actually get the material, I'm going to do the future Vaughn is going to do a whole bunch more research because, again, I've said it before and I'll keep saying it. The depth of my ignorance astounds me, but I'm doing the best I can and I'm just going to keep on anyways. So, but I am very open and receptive to any tips like that y'all have. Tasha says, sorry if you already answered this, but what and where is your next event? I haven't answered that, Tashers. Our next event is actually they're having us in as guests very generously at OzCon in West Plains, Missouri. It's a very family friendly kind of smaller convention that honestly I love going to the smaller ones because they're more affordable. You get to actually do everything. If you're not much of like a crowd and people person, definitely a con like this would be great to go to because it's you're not going to have to worry about being sardine shelled into like shoulder to shoulder, like how some of the bigger cons. I don't want to go to a con and wait in line, 4 or 5 hours just to go to a panel. So, but that's just me though. Um, Janine says, "You're not failing anyone. Don't forget, you're still recovering from 2 cons and all the travel and stress." Jeanette. Thanks, Janine. It really, y'all's kindness and patience and understanding is just invaluable to me. Like, thank you guys so much for being patient with me and for, you know, being understanding of just the imperfections of, a person who's consistently biting off more than they can chew every day. Like I'd learned my lesson. So yeah, thank you guys. Teresa says, when will you be doing the chainmail chandelier tutorial again? I think you and Randy need some refresh time, right? Ooh, the cord ends used for Kumahimo works with Viking knit. Thanks, Jim. I had shot the chainmail lantern tutorial because it was like how to do just one segment, and then I talked a little bit about how to make it into a bigger, more extravagant thing. And I lost all the footage off of it, and I was like, so I have a couple more pressing projects at the front of my plate. Is that a thing that people say? Sure. And then hopefully I'll get back to it. But I don't know how I did a video a day for so long, you guys, because we've cut back to 2 live streams and 1 video a week, and I can barely manage. So I'm like, what? Like, why? Like, I don't know. Country Girl says, have you ever done a video on your video setup behind the camera and tools you would use to know more about what it takes to put a show together? We have, Country Girl. I don't know which playlist it would be in, but I have something that shows all the different tripod arms and camera mounts and things that I use. I do all my streaming and recording on my phone. And we also have, and we do pretty much the same booth setup now as what we did before, but like 2 years ago, I think we shot a booth setup video that was like time lapse with Randy and I talking over it. And we really haven't changed too much since then. That was 8 years of doing convention and craft show setups, so that we're kind of stuck in our ways on that one. Nanny says, have you considered coming to Savannah, Georgia? I'm considering it. What's up in Savannah? Thank you, Margaret. Angie says, are you okay with us creating the unofficial official Yvonne Williams fan club, and is anyone else interested? Everyone could talk to each other between live streams and help each other out. I hate to do this, but I think I'm going to ask you to wait on that. We're putting something together, like a forum on our website that we were going to try to have, but like I stopped using Facebook entirely. Like I don't know, kind of do whatever y'all want. But like I'm not going to stop you from doing something that makes you happy, but I'm just I kind of hate Facebook. I haven't been on it in ages. I wonder if half the people who send messages or talk on Facebook would be that way if we were talking to each other face to face. I just wonder, and I feel a little salty about it, but it's like, I don't know. And so I avoid using Facebook altogether. I do troll around on Instagram quite a bit, but yeah, we might do like a Discord or something, just something where it's, I don't know. But Randy and I have been bouncing ideas off, and I love your enthusiasm for it though, and so I really hesitate to be like, nah, don't do that. But it's Laura's like, Discord is a good idea. I don't know how to use Discord. So it's Sorry, I got lost catching up on messages. But I really do love the idea, Angie, of us all being able to coordinate and like talk to each other and just hang out. And it's and I was really hoping that Patreon would do that, but it's they don't let you post pictures. They like it's like ugh. So and then also I'm really bad about not replying to messages. Like I sent a message to one of my friends this morning and I was like, I know I never reply to you, but like thank you for sending me that because they'll just send me like cute little like memes and stuff and it's like I was in tears this morning because she always sends like the perfect like it's like she knows. Uh and so but I'm just just really bad at replying to all y'all. What type of con and where? I think it's a multi-fandom like gaming convention in West Plains, Missouri, which is like southeastern Missouri. Uh, um, Sonora asks, and this is a really great question, do you have an email list we can sign up to stay in the loop of your going-ons? We don't, but I want to put one together, and I was talking to my friend Sam Flegel because he had like his tablet set up in his booth with like sign up for our email list. I was like, that's a very good idea. So again, I was hoping Patreon would be that, but if you sign up and don't go in and specifically turn on all email notifications, then you may or may not get any of them. But yeah, I think that'd be a really great idea to just do like maybe a weekly bulletin or something of just what's up, you know? Leslie asks, did I make the flower in my hair? I did, but I made it using pre-cut wool pieces from like Michael's, and then I just stabbed it with a felting needle a whole bunch to get it to be all stuck together. But I really liked it, and it covers up my bald spot, so win-win. Natasha says, does Randy ever create any jewelry for the booth, or mostly just components and assembly line? He does make almost all of our chainmail, though our friend Zach made just about all the scale mail tops that we have in inventory right now. But Randy is a very behind the scenes, like he takes care of all of my messages because I'm incompetent. He takes care of all the logistics, like he does all the driving because I suck at that and I like to sleep. And it's gosh, just I can't even list. Like most people would just clump it into like assistant type stuff, but he's my assistant slash babysitter slash bodyguard slash like therapist slash like Randy's got so much shit on his plate right now that the last thing I'm gonna ask him to do is be like, hey honey, will you make this jewelry for me? So he does help me pick out designs and like I'll bounce inspiration off of him. Like he's 100% my muse. But yeah, sometimes he'll make some jewelry. That is a fair point, Jim, that we are busier now making stock, but it's again, I think there's just a difference between being 30 and being 20 and that I need to sleep now, whereas used to I could function on like very, very little sleep. And also I've prioritized my health by a bunch, and that takes up probably 2 hours a day just to go walking and exercise and stuff that in the past I didn't take that time. That was 2 extra hours of work. Oh, my kitty's outside. Carol said, hey Carol, I thought I just saw you on Facebook with your new outfit. Now, anytime that a post that I'm posting on Facebook, it's because I've posted on Instagram and I have the accounts linked. And so that way, whatever I post to Instagram will also post up to my personal Facebook page. Though it got logged out and I can't figure out how to log it back in. So even that might stop being a thing. And I do try to go through and like and answer comments and stuff, but like used to I was active in all these groups and like followed a bunch of people on Facebook, and it's like I haven't actually logged into Facebook except for to like reply to some of y'all's comments on stuff in like 6 months easily, like of almost no activity. And even before that, like I don't even know when the last time I was active in any of the groups. Or any I don't know. like though we do try to post actively to our business Facebook Facebook page. Oh. Do you recommend, Muggle asks, do you recommend making a website before starting my Etsy shop or waiting to see if my Etsy shop is successful before making a website? I think that depends entirely on you and the workload that you are willing and able uh to like take on, because I know that I can't really juggle more than 3 online things at a time. So I do have a personal website, backtooearthcreations.com, but the shop tab on my website takes you to my Etsy because it just does a better, like, unless I paid more for the website per month, Etsy takes care of inventory, like it's very well set up for what it does. I know a lot of people are anti Etsy, but there's also like Shopify. We have some friends with Shopify websites that do a very good job. So it's, I don't know. Sorry, I couldn't be more helpful on that one, Muggle. Country Girl says, how many shows do you do a year? Used to, we did like 30. I think our busiest year was we did like 32 or 35 events. Um, and that's the year that I think broke us, because we were like, we had 9 weeks, like 9 weekends where we were gone back to back to back to back to back. And at the end of that 9 weeks, we didn't have any more money than what we did going in, which equated to we could have just stayed home. And it ruined some friendships, like it just, a whole bunch of stuff hit the fan all at once, and we were like, and that's when we started refocusing on YouTube, and we're like, we can't live like this. Like I gained like 10 or 15 pounds in that 9 week time, just being on the road nonstop. Randy wasn't sleeping well. There were points where he was like almost falling asleep at the wheel, and we were like, no more, we can't do this anymore. So Gail asks, do you have any advice on setting up a web page? I really like Weebly and Squarespace are the two that, off the top of my head, mine's Weebly, but that's because that was around before Squarespace. But I liked something where I didn't have to know any coding. I didn't, I could just drag and place stuff, and it had templates and just, but that was good for me as a beginner who didn't want to pay somebody else to do my website. um, Sonora says, your Nightbot is directing people to your Facebook page, but you're not using it anymore. I'm not using really my personal Facebook page, but the business Facebook page that it links to, the Back to Earth Creations, like Facebook business page. That one I am using still. Like it should have had a post go to it today that was like sharing with my Patreon posts and like some different things. But we get so little engagement over there that I'm like, I would rather have y'all be signed up, anybody who's interested be signed up on an email list. And that way I can actually directly communicate with you guys without having to worry about some other website's analytics getting in the way because I didn't pay $5 for ads or whatever. Lauren says, please don't say those things about yourself. You're human and you're not incompetent. We love you as you are, not for being competent. Thank you, Laura. But I think it's okay when being, like, I'm trying to be very, very self-aware because, no offense, you guys, but y'all are super nice to me and it could go straight to my head in a minute. And so I try to stay very aware of my flaws, of my shortcomings, of the things that I don't like about myself or the things that I feel like I could improve about myself. And because I'm not going to rely on trolls and haters, I guess, for lack of a better term, to be the only ones who can critique me. I am the one who gets to critique me because I know me. I know what I'm doing. I'm being very self-aware about, yeah, I did a shit job on that. How can I do better and move forward? But nobody else has the right or the place to just raise their little heads up out of the internet and tell me what I'm doing wrong in my life. But also, there's absolutely nothing that I can do to change someone's mind if they've decided what they're going to decide about me. That's completely out of my control. but I'm not, it, and Laura, it probably comes across as self-defacing, but I'm being very pragmatic about these are things, that I do need to do better on. It's, you know, and I have a very solid awareness of that, and Randy keeps me very in check. A lot of y'all keep me very in check, and I rely a lot on my closest friends to keep me in check so that I can keep my focus on what is very important, and that's the joy of crafting, to rip off Bob Ross, I guess, and to help y'all as much as possible, because it is not easy trying to make money selling shiny things. And to just keep your head above the water and to keep the joy in it and stuff. So it's like, it's not about numbers, it's not about subs, it's not about guest spots, it's not about, it is about keeping our patrons happy because they give us money. But it's about enabling y'all to take that spark of joy and creativity and go out and make something out of it. And that can be particularly difficult when there's bills, when there's the people who are like, you can't do that, and just, it's all that. Like, just push that and just pick up your pliers and do your thing. So I'm so sorry I started bitching at you guys. Okay, moving on.
You got a lot to catch up on.
I'm trying, babe, but I feel a lot better. After doing my sassy head wobble, I felt it in my heart. Marie says, imposter syndrome is a real thing. Stop it. You're worth it. It is a real thing. It is a real thing to deal with. But the best thing that helps me to not feel like an imposter is to just silence everything and keep doing what I do. Because when it's all said and done, what's actually been done is all that's going to matter for me. Rose says, I'm always amazed at the wide variety of crafts and craftsmanship that you do, and you do them all so well. Rose, I'm super addicted to learning new techniques. Like, that feeling of falling in love with a new craft is like, oh, like, but, doing macrame helped me to be a little bit better at wire wrapping, helped me to be a little bit better at chainmail, just understanding how wire likes to behave. And doing polymer clay actually helped me with my leather working because it helped me to think more three-dimensionally. And so it's almost like dance, the very limited perspective that I have on dance, and please correct me if I'm wrong, or misguided or what have you. But it's like, you can do ballet and jazz and belly dance and like these different things. Like, your belly dance might help you with salsa, might help you with, flamenco dance, like all of these different things, exercising different parts of our brain, even though, like, I always go back to wire wrapping. Love yourself. I'd still follow you. Wire wrapping's at the core of everything. If I had to choose one crafty thing, I'd probably choose wire wrapping. But that doesn't mean that I can't also enjoy polymer clay. Whereas there's some folks out here who are like, I tried wire wrapping and it's all right, but I love polymer. And so they just, it's okay to have the different focuses, but it's like complete, but full body training instead of just focusing on one muscle group. So, okay, trying to catch up. Sparkies, I appreciate you, and that's actually why I'm doing 75 of one ring design. Is we are prepping for dragon right now. Mandy says, will you be taking us along for a casual stroll through the garden and checking on the chickens soon? I've missed this all winter. Mandy, I have been shooting a little bit of like vlog footage this week for different things that are happening in the garden, and those will be going up on our Vonster vlog. Holy crap, when did somebody donate?
Oh, a while ago.
Who donated? Thank you, whoever donated. I just saw it. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Like a long while.
Is there? Oh my god, okay. I'm trying really hard to catch up, you guys. Where do you get your cabochons from? I know you make a lot of your own, but do you buy individually or wholesale? I'll usually get bulk lots on eBay, honestly. We actually missed the Gem and Mineral show that was here in Joplin, I like last weekend or the weekend before. I can't remember. Boop, boop, boop. How do you manage your bulk change? Store the extra. I buy them on the spool and keep them on the spool. Oh, Margaret. She says, we learned so much from your fearless experiments that sometimes go wrong. We love your humanness and can forgive ourselves for our own mistakes. Knuckle bump, Margaret. Thank you. Hey, Allison. She says, you're an old soul to be so young and know so much. It took me much longer to figure out what you already know. Oof. Thank you, Allison. Crystal says, I was thinking of making dragon eggs for my booth, but I have no idea what to use for a base. Any thoughts? I actually have quite a few friends on the convention circuit who do different variations of the like thumbtack dragon eggs, or like where they make little polymer clay scales for on the dragon eggs. It's for polymer clay, you can use like a tin foil core and then start applying stuff up on it. For the thumbtacks, I often see them use I don't know if they're using styrofoam or if it's that pink insulation foam that they can like glue different layers together and then shape it down and then, you know, glue the thumbtacks in as they go. But keeping it lightweight, I think, is really important, especially when you're carrying totes around and stuff. And then whenever you sell it to, you know, a customer at a convention, keep in mind they're gonna have to kind of keep you know, carry that around with them the whole convention. So if it's that lighter weight, they might be more willing to buy it and carry it around. Though we do also sometimes, if somebody buys like a big costume, we offer to keep it in the booth for them to pick up later. But we always get their number. That way we can like text or call them to be like, hey, it's the end of the day. You need to come get your stuff. Is there a craft that you have not yet done that you would like to learn? I am hankering hard to get into fused glass because I'd really love to be able to make dichroic glass to send to y'all in the Patreon craft-on kits. Because I do really like polymer clay, but I feel like fused glass is just something up. Like it's something else entirely. Rose says, 100% agree. I do all kinds of crafts too, not quite up to your level on most of them, but I do understand how one thing complements the other. It's if I could discourage all of us from comparing ourselves to each other, because it's, you know, I've been doing this every day, literally every day for like 11 years now. And then, you know, I'll meet friends and, you know, students and stuff who they've been doing it for like a month and their weaving is so on point, and I'll be like a little jealous and be like, oh my god, you're doing so good. Oh no. Pistol says, since you do not use Facebook, that explain why you have not responded to a private message I sent. Oh no. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Typically emails are a pretty good way. Y'all can email me at backtooearthcreations@yahoo.com, but 100% guys, I'm just really bad about answering messages. Randy handles most of it for me. But like he'll be narrating it to me and then I'll narrate back to him and he'll type it up and send it. But it's just, I get overwhelmed pretty easily. So thank you guys again for being patient and understanding. Okay. Sagefish says, I mean, once your chains are made into necklaces, but not on a pendant. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. In bags is a good idea. We kind of just put them, how do I click back on that? Sage, I just kind of put them in a jumbled mess in like a bead tray, in a small bead tray that we just keep in our booth, and then we just pick them apart. So I can see how bags would be a major pain, but honestly, it's probably a lot cleaner and easier to deal with than me just cramming them into a bin. Okay, I'm caught up on the messages that Randy has sent to me. Huh. There's like a big old Greyhound bus out in front of our house with their hazards on.
Must be all those swimsuit models I ordered.
Ooh, you ordered a bunch of swimsuit models?
No.
Oh. Well, drat. Oh, I don't know if they know, like, the bus might be too long to go over the bridge. I think they're detouring. Okay. Sorry, I'm super nosy. I'm like, what's going on outside? Yeah, right.
Now the Dear Penthouse forum starts.
Oh,
Got a
is
bus
that?
full of supermodels pulled up in front of my house.
You mean that doesn't really happen?
I mean, I don't know. It just happened to us, I guess.
No, they drove off.
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, nobody's gonna publish that. Dear forum. Okay, we're gonna do the giveaway of this handmade cabochon. That is Polymer Clay. Thought there was a chicken in the driveway. Normally there would be holly. Oh my gosh, you guys, like forsythia outside, you can see that those tinges of yellow. Our forsythia is blooming. We're starting to, like, spring is here. I have in my messy house. I had picked a hyacinth and it's just stinking up the whole house. Like wonderfully. Okay. So to participate in yeah, that's a little hard. To participate in today's giveaway, you'll need to have left a comment on Tuesday's giveaway.
But you're up to 111 individual comments.
Can I sit in your lap for a sec?
No, I do have to go potty.
Oh, can I just sit
So
there
you
then?
can just sit
Can
here.
I have a kiss?
Yeah, but
Do you like me?
I do.
I love you.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
gonna kiss you.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, I'm back. Please ignore my crippling insecurity. Yeah, 14 years in and I'm still like, do you still like me? Such a dweeb. Okay, we're gonna do the giveaway. Are you ready? So we're at comment picker for on YouTube, and I'm gonna click. You guys ready? Click and start. Click and okay. The winner is Penny Sidoli. I made a mistake this week of rebaking an already resined cabochon. 1,000 bubbles. Won't make that mistake again. Oh no. Well, we're sending you a new one, Penny. So hopefully this will ease the pain of a botched craft, because I know, gosh, that can suck. But congratulations so much. I'm going to take a picture on Randy's phone. If you could send us an email at backtoearthcreations@yahoo.com, Penny. Here you go, honey. And then I set that right there. I'm just gonna get out of here right now.
Okay.
I love you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
If you'll send us an email of where you would like it shipped to, we'll be shipping out all the giveaway prizes in the next week or so. I have gotten nothing made today. So we'll be having another giveaway next Thursday. Thank you, love. Oh, coffee time. Coffee, coffee, coffee. That's pretty good stuff. What's up, love?
I'll tell you later.
Okay. Okay, I started making your rings yesterday. What other videos do you have for wire wrapped rings? I can't call these my rings, and if I've ever stated it that way, that was my mistake. But it's I don't know where I learned or saw or derived this design from, but I feel whenever I make something, I know that, like, I feel like it's part of a collective almost, that it's, you know, it's just one little gear in a huge mechanism. So it's I try to not lay claim on any designs, because I feel like if y'all follow any of my tutorials and you make something, it's yours now. You made it. You know, it has your twists and turns and variations, and even if it comes out perfect, it's you still made it. It's yours now. It's your design. It's your, you know, and you'll go forward, and then people will see, you know, if you post it, you know, they'll see and be like, and I had nothing, like, you know, it maybe if you go far enough back in the evolutionary chain of the piece, but you know, it's yours, and they'll see it and associate it with you, and then people will see theirs and associate it with them, and just kind of keep on and keep on. So I lay no claim on any of these designs. I'm just making them. Where are my, there they are, flush cutters. Ooh, show how to do a rose ring. Do TED Talks. I don't know. I don't like being up on like if I can do little. If I could do like just like this, where I don't have to be like actually in proper pants in front of people, I might do that. Okay. How many rings did you make on Tuesday? Like 10, I think. At least on the live stream. And then after the stream, I had made 30 by the end of the day, and then I made 30 yesterday. And today I only have like 15 to make. So that'll be really good. Have you been thinking of doing courses on Teachable? I haven't checked out Teachable, but I did look at what study share or something? Skillshare. And they require a level of professionalism and stuff that I'm like, I don't want to have to worry about that. It would be very, very filtered down, and I'm like, I don't have the time for that. Like, y'all probably noticed I don't do too terribly much editing on a lot of my videos, and I'm not about to start. I hate editing. So what is the theme for the crafts crates this time? Crystal, this month is Celtic-y themed a little bit, so I think that'll be cool. Jody says, I wish I could knock out so many pieces in one day. I'm not gonna lie, my fingers hurt afterwards. Like they're still, I'm gonna do something other than wire wrapping for a minute once I finish this batch. Do you grind and sell more silver, copper, or gold, or antique of those colors? Typically silver are our best sellers. Like it's just, it goes well with a lot of different complexions, a lot of different, clothing and stuff, and just fashions. Like it's very casual, but can be dressed up. But we also, depending on the show, will sell a lot of the copper, antique copper, or like bronzy colors. And gold actually sells so poorly for us that we actually just kind of stopped carrying it. The closest thing that we carry to gold is the vintage bronze. So, thanks for the reminder, Sparky. Okay. So I lost the count. How many do I have cut so far? Bye, Jim. Thanks for popping in. Will you make something bingy? I'm not sure what bingy means. I wish I could make that many seed bead earrings in a day, right? Seed beans can be super time consuming though. Ooh. Lila says, are you planning on making videos to go with the monthly craft crates? I have a few of your crates, but haven't started any of them yet. Not sure where to start. Right on. I had posted to Patreon, to the different tiers, videos that went specifically along with that tier's craft kit for that month. Blingy. Ooh, maybe. I like blingy stuff. But I didn't know if I should do them publicly or like, I don't know. We'll kind of see how that goes. Do you do anything in hematite or black or even the smoky quartz? They're also tempting. I'm going to be working my day job to throw my money at Parawire. Right on, Natasha. I love working with like obsidian and hematite and black onyx. It's hard. I've had a harder time finding smoky quartz in beads, but I do like wire wrapping some tumbled pieces of it. Nerd Crafter gets promoted from Skillshare. Maybe look into that. Maybe. Now, I hadn't considered that. I was looking into actually making videos for it, but if I could just be like, hey, sponsor me. But I don't know, because sponsorship is a whole nother thing. I really don't like being told what to do or how to behave. And right now, because even though as much as I promote Parawire, that's all on me. They don't pay me anything. I buy in bulk from them, so I get like the bulk prices and stuff. But like other than just being kind and patient with me, I I can do whatever I want and I don't have to worry about, you know, somebody cutting off a sponsorship deal with me because, you know, I got my boobs out or something. Like, you know, well, YouTube would probably ban me. But like, you know what I mean? Like I can be just how I am that day without having to worry about stepping on anybody's toes beyond, you know, at least on a professional level. If people are going to get their toes stepped on, I have no control over that. Now, Pam asks, can I order Parabuyer and give your site credit? You totally can. Let them know that I sent you, because if they do want to sponsor me, I might reconsider. But they take such good care of me already. But you can just say Yvonne sent me, or you know, something like, I don't know if there's like an extra comments like there or something. Um, uh, Lila says, I'm the $20 tier, but couldn't find anything on Patreon. Huh, that's odd. We'll look into that after the live stream, Lila, and see if we can't get you hooked up. But it should be like, you know, you might have to scroll back. It was at the beginning of February, I think, is whenever we posted it. Now, please keep in mind, you guys, I'm going to give you all another reminder. We haven't sent out March's kits yet. We're transitioning to where we now send them out at the end of the month. And in addition to that, we're running behind. Also, we're waiting for some more stuff to get here to put into the things. So, which again just makes me feel like, oh my God, I'm so bad at being a professional. But these things happen. I just feel like they're happening a lot more frequently than what I would like. Rose asks, do you harden your wire wrap projects to make them ready to sell? If it's a pendant or earrings or something, I do, but if it's a finger ring, I go ahead and leave it just how it is. But we always bring a ring mandrel and a hammer with us to the shows because we size there at the show. And then I work harden it to fit whoever bought it. But other than that, yeah, I go ahead and work harden them. Oh, Nina. Catherine asks, where do you get all the gears that fit behind the cabs? I get a lot of my gears from Amazon. Sorry, scrolling through making sure I'm caught up on messages. I get a lot of them on Amazon. I also get them from Michael's. And pro tip about Michael's, keep an eye, and whenever their stuff goes on sale, you can buy tons of it on their website. Like, you're not limited to just what's in store. So that's how I actually do for my bead landing. Let me get this shifted around and I can show you guys. My bead landing gears that I use for my Dragon Eye bracelets, whenever these go 50% off, they also have like free shipping and stuff. Like when the stars align, I buy so much crap from Michael's. Like, same with like the bracelet bases and stuff. The only downside is, as far as I'm aware, they don't ship internationally, which sucks. But, oh, shameless promo opportunity. We do have some Polymer Clay steampunk cabochons up for sale on Etsy. And I've also recently relisted some craft along kits that you get a written tutorial with, in addition to the videos that I've posted online. And so for those of y'all who do want to be supportive of the channel and kind of, you know, participate in stuff that way, but you don't want to sign up monthly for Patreon, and you don't want to wait for me to get my, you know, what's a nicer word? You don't want to wait for me to get my head on straight. Trying to cuss as little as possible, I guess. I just had a really huge brain fart and complete. You can buy the craft along kits on our Etsy, and it gets shipped off like within like 4 days, usually at the longest. So, Leanne says, how big is your P.O. box? We have the smallest P.O. box that they have at the post office, but if it's too big, they put it into one of the like key lock cabinets, or they'll just keep it and put like a yellow slip in there for us to pick it up behind the counter. So, so far, we haven't reached a limit of what could be delivered to our P.O. box. So, could you create anything out of reconstituted stone turtle beads? I've been meaning to send some. I don't even know what those are, Natasha. But maybe. Jackie Sparky, the nerd crafter, is weirder, and it seems Skillshare isn't restricting that much. Maybe talk to her, ask her questions. Right on. Oh, Lily. Aw, thank you so much, Lily. The hammer you just had, is that the one with the interchangeable heads? Where did you get it? Now this one, it does have replaceable heads. I got this one from Fire Mountain Gems like ages ago, but they also sell it on Amazon. But that way you can get like replacement heads. And then I have a bigger, heavier one that I think is over my leather working station right now that I got at like, I think Michael's. But again, they also sell on Amazon. Kitty being cute. Hey, little girl. What's up? My filthy floor. But yeah, the cats absolutely love those. I love her little face. Yeah, aquaholic. She's got water all over her chin. Have you done any work with sea glass? If so, any tips? I haven't actually. I'd love to, but I don't know. Naomi, oh my god, thank you. Thank you guys. Yeah, functioning with your head on sideways. Just a moment, guys. Randy, if you'll check your messages. Have you done any work with sea glass? Okay, I answered that one. I'm having so much fun hanging out with you guys. I think I'm going to stick around a little longer past our hour. I don't currently use any CBD products, Mr. Bubble asks, but I use hemp and macrame. Like, I'm not against it. It's just expensive. Like, that's a lot of money. But I'm looking for a new ambassador CBD product line. It was formulated for crafters. I'd love to send you a sample. Right on. Sure. Like, is it for like sore fingers and stuff, or have you ever met any celebrities at any cons? We have. We've been really fortunate to get to do what?
Tons of them.
Yeah, quite a few. Now we don't get to like sit down and have like conversations, so like we've glimpsed bunches. But I did have a really fun time selling and painting and applying elf ears to Keith Davids, the voice of Goliath, which I'm not going to lie, you guys, in front of Randy and God and everybody, I was blushing because he was talking and he said, what is it that he says to Demona?
My angel of the night.
My angel of the night. And just in his voice. He doesn't even have to change his voice. And I'm just there like throwing my panties at him. Sorry. Like,
He stepped on his shoes.
yeah, and then he's very tall and has like, you know, large feet, and our booth was all cramped and I kept stepping on his foot and like tripping over him and I felt ridiculous. Like, but so I was a little starstruck about that. And then I got to see the feller from
Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ernie Hudson was really cool. He was very nice. Aging fantastically. Randy got to interact with Adam Baldwin a little bit, like he'd gotten like an autograph and stuff, but it's the feller who was Gimli.
Oh yeah.
And from Sliders, like that's probably, and Indiana Jones. I can't remember his name, but he's handsome. Like as far as like burly hairy men goes, like that's my cup of tea. If anybody's like, what's your favorite like male type, I'm like, Gimli. 100% Gimli and Randy, which Randy's very dwarven. He's just not like 60 yet, but he'll get there. Sorry. Okay, I'll stop being a creepy old man. I haven't actually gotten to meet Adam Savage, Sparkies, and I honestly think I would make a fool out of myself. Norman Reedus? Oh, I don't know. Wow, Sonora.
We've seen him interact with people, but we haven't interacted.
Yeah. Peter Mayer? Ooh, we met him at our very first convention, actually. Yeah. I think the mailman's here. Anna just pooped. Thank you, Z. Sorry. Jody's like, I know my hobbits. I do not. I'm a bad nerd. Thanks, Cherry.
Oh, you met Sean Astin.
I did. I was gonna give him that helmet, and I got nervous.
Well, his handler wouldn't let you give him his.
Yeah, I was very nervous. Yeah, I was gonna give him one of our like Lord of the Rings head things. We need to make more of those.
Mm-hmm.
God, I need to make more of everything. I smell like beef. I smell like beef. Sorry. We've reached that point in the day where I'm just channeling memes. Melissa says, I would so fangirl on people. I saw Randy fangirl so hard over Team 4-Star, he wouldn't even go talk to them. Like, he keeps his composure, like talking to Adam Baldwin and like all this stuff. But the video gamers from the internet, he was like, I can't go talk to him. Okay, let's see. I just got coffee at my nose. That's how you know it's good. How many do I have to wrap? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. Please look for a P.O. box from Club Bubblegum Inc. in the next few days. Holy crap, right on. Now, also, if you guys send me anthrax, I'll probably eat it. So please don't send me anthrax or just like laxatives in a bottle or something, because that's just mean. What do you think about poly coin exchange? I'm not sure I know what that means. Holly. Lily says, I always heard Adam Baldwin was kind of mean. Was he okay? From what Randy said, it wasn't him so much as his handler, which I understand a handler needing to be firm. Do it, love?
He was nice.
Randy says he was nice. And this is going to sound really mean. And Randy, I don't mean this to be mean, but I can't count for the life of me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. But Randy doesn't typically strike people as approachable, and I'll see people who are very polite to me be completely rude to Randy, probably because he's just a burly fellow, and he's not a particularly like smiley person or anything. So I always pay very close attention to. I almost pay more attention to how people treat Randy than how they treat me. I don't need laxatives. My dog barking makes me poop. I do not need laxatives. But no, and so if somebody's kind to Randy, I'm like, okay. Because it's sometimes, we've had people at conventions who for years have basically ignored me, which is fine. I'm very ignorable. That's okay. Who suddenly, now that we've got a bit of a following here on YouTube and are doing I feel very well for ourselves, suddenly very friendly, very gotta come check in on me and make sure I'm doing good, and like all kinds of stuff. It's, and I'm like, but they're still rude to Randy. I'm like, I see what you're up to. Whereas if they're kind to Randy, I'm like, you're all right. So in the future, everybody be nice to Randy, or I don't know, I'll fart in your general direction or something. Like, I don't really know how to I don't know how to handle it if people aren't nice to my Randy. Yeah, fair weather friends. That's a really great way of putting it, Tracy. Twerking. I'm actually really bad at twerking, like embarrassingly bad at twerking. But it is fun though. It's a lot of fun. I like to watch. Off topic, twerking is like the coolest, watching the laws of physics in action. Nature's an amazing thing. But it is really hard to see some twerking videos without just hearing, that noise that cats make when they're in heat? Yeah. Anyways. Nanny Craft says, I just recently got 4 baby chicks. Do you have any recommendations so I can put them outside and they'll be okay? I have no idea when it will be safe to put them outside. I treat chicks the same way I treat tomatoes. I don't put them outside until I can put my tomatoes outside. I guess I should have started with that. But it's, you do not want them getting cold. So I keep them inside, like in their cage, under the under like where they have the heat lamp option and stuff. But whenever I do start putting them outside, I just use one of my rabbit tractors. That way they're completely contained. They can't like get stuck somewhere or get lost, and just get them used to being outside. And I do give them something to, you know, like a board or something that they can be underneath to be shaded, like on the top of the thing. And I keep them like that to introduce them to the new flock, because then the other birds will see them, but they can't pick on them because they will. Like, pecking order is no joke with chickens. And oh goodness, Leanne. I love our conversations. I can't kirk anymore. Spine bolted to my pelvis. Oh, really? Sparky's just got the notice of the live stream. Thanks, YouTube. But I try to introduce them to my flock when they're at least the same size as the mature birds. Like, so they can, you know, kind of hold their own a little bit. That they're going to be mean to each other for a minute. You know, I'll try to give them like 2 or 3 eating areas to choose from. That way the older birds can't bully them out of food. And stuff. It's a whole lot of middle school schoolyard dynamics. And it's like, so chickens are just feisty little buggers. Hey, Randy, were you sending over any more questions?
No.
Oh, were people asking more questions?
Did you finish replying to the ones I sent?
Yes, sorry. Oh, wait. Do you do natural fiber weaving like baskets or coasters and such? Sonora, I had actually years ago dabbled a little bit in basket weaving, and it was very fun. But I think I'll leave it to, like, it's one of those things that I'm glad I've done it. But it didn't hold my intense like interest quite as much. Though I do really like, I want to make some more macrame, like plant hangers and stuff. We have to get them used to each other. You've done a craft yet or giveaway? We did the giveaway, Beverly. Penny, can't remember her last name. Won. It wasn't Penny Van. Abigail, maybe if you dress up as one. Underwater basket weaving, which is actually really good. It keeps your reeds wet whenever you're weaving with them. Nina, do you do any masculine wrap or weave designs? It depends. Sometimes I'll do something masculine or that I think is masculine and it'll only sell to ladies. And sometimes I'll do something that I think looks very feminine. And then a guy will buy it and be like, and put it right on and be like, this is perfect. Thank you. So I'm like, typically very geometric or simplistic, like clean lines, you know, is associated for me mentally with more like masculine, like kind of a less frilly look, whereas the frillier stuff, which is what I personally lean towards a lot, but also I think that resonates just a lot with, I'm a very, very frilly person and Randy's a very minimalist, like he likes clean geometric lines and stuff. So right on, Tracy. And that's a lot of the stuff, like any chainmail or anything like that. And gemstones themselves can be very, you know, gender neutral, that it's all in how you wear it and accessorize it. Yeah. Mystic says pecking order. It is a thing. I love a live stream maybe monthly on your Vonster vlog. So many topics we could talk for hours about. I was actually, Lily, I was thinking about doing some workout with me live streams over on the Vonster vlog. And then I realized how much I fart when I work out and was like, I can't do this. I can't live stream my workouts. But I would like to do some sort of like live streams and stuff over on the Vonster vlog as well. So, but I'm going to try to ease myself back into it with at least doing weekly check-ins over on the Vonster vlog, and then posting almost daily on the Vonster Vlog Instagram, just for like little motivational workout clips and different things. Nina, hashtag relatable. No, oh, but I would care though, Beverly, because I've been eating a lot of broccoli, and if there are children about, please like close your ears. But I've been having the most like, I'm not even gonna say this. I can't even say it. But it sounds like motorcycles. Like it's bad. It's bad. And then like I'm like, because it's broccoli farts. Do what, Randy?
Then you fall over.
Then I fall over. The dog leaves. It's bad. Do what, Randy?
Then you fall over and I have to go check.
Yeah, I'm like, help! I gassed myself. Yeah. Yeah, so I think it'd be better if I didn't live stream my workouts, at least until 30-foot farts. Yeah. Or like somebody starting a lawnmower. Okay. Back on topic. How did you learn all the terminology for all these crafts? A lot of spending time on the internet. Some books here and there have really helped, and a lot of it too is just like, I guess this is what it's called, like whatever it's called from whatever, like whenever I bought it from Fire Mountain Gems, that's just what I call it forever. Like Jody. Do you do jewelry for men? Excuse me, I do, Melissa. A lot of our chainmail sells to gentlemen and stuff, but it's like we try to keep it very like neutral in display. But it's, I don't know, I do wish I could kind of market a little bit more to gentlemen, and I think if I did maybe just some solid metal rings, that would be really good. I think like that would appeal to more gentlemen, I think. Leanne says, have you ever tried any Pyo, like the Pilates yoga? Like a couple of YouTube videos, and it's really good stuff. I like it. Lily says, took a yoga class and everyone was embarrassed the first week. Then it was like meh, then we all ignored it. And it's, if it were just like, that's another reason why I don't take public classes, because I can get over like just loudly farting, but it's the smell. Like it's like, I'm afraid people would be concerned for my well-being. I'd be concerned for their well-being having to smell it. Like, I'm not doing this to people, you guys. Like, okay, I'm trying to stay on topic. I am having a hard time getting my pendants to sell locally. Is there any suggestion for social media that might help get more attention? Stuffies, I've had a lot of success with having giveaways that the more likes and shares and stuff it gets. Like if you're gonna spend money on marketing on social media, for me, and this is advice I wish I'd given myself initially, do not pay Facebook for ads. Take that money and instead spend it on like figure up, for me to mail like something, I would package it all up like it's ready to mail and figure out how much would it cost for me to send it to the absolute most expensive place to ship it to. And that's your marketing expense for the giveaway. And then just push, every day it's going to seem spammy, but be like, hey, I'm having a giveaway. Tag your friends, like tag 10 of your friends, and, like my shop page, like my, like get them to, if they see your work and they're like, yeah, I'd like to have some of that, then they'll go, like, you're not forcing anybody, you're just giving them the opportunity to be involved. And then do the giveaway, follow through, ask whoever wins to post a picture of it or them with it, and, tag you in it, and then you can share it, because like I'm always kind of worried that people will be like, does she even send out those things to people? And I'm like, I can show you the shipping receipts. I do, just not in a timely manner, apparently. But like just any kind of engagement, and just be consistent about doing a weekly or monthly giveaway, whatever you can put in your marketing budget. And that will get you exposed. Like whenever you start a business, the first circle of people to support you are your friends, family, neighbors, churchgoers, people who know you, who have seen you, and who are personally invested in you in some way. The second circle of people who are going to be investing in you are maybe local craft shows, maybe you have your stuff listed in consignment shop, friends of friends who saw this work by somebody else, or who saw this work on somebody else, was like, oh my gosh, that's really nice, and it turns out you made it, and they give them your card and your info and stuff. But to be able to start reaching wider circles, that's where the internet comes in so handily, is that you can reach people that you may have never met in an online or whatever kind of scenario. It's like you're now suddenly, by the power of Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and whatnot, you were able to reach them and market your product to them. And I found that giveaways have been exceptionally helpful with reaching a new audience that's engaged. Because if you're paying for ads, they may or may not actually be engaged. And I've yet to meet somebody who paid for ads and actually had it translate into sales. Yep, like y'all. And honestly too, it's a great way to interact, kind of break the ice with people who like your work and be like, I like that you like what I do. Here you go. Like, I love doing the weekly giveaways. I feel like it's the absolute least thing that I can do to show my appreciation for y'all and how supportive you guys have been, and to hopefully encourage you guys in your own crafty journey. But it's never hurt to be kind, and it's never hurt to be generous. Crystal says many people are afraid of Facebook ads. No, I get it. I don't want to give Facebook my card info just in case they decide to charge me. Like, I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, and I'm not much on throwing. So, amethyst, y'all. How else are you gonna feel like you're going fast? Oh my god, you guys! I feel like I've been missing something. What? Yeah, Michelle, using Facebook Live and like Instagram TV and stuff. Honestly, for me, I really liked YouTube because I like getting to like interact with y'all. Like, so much. I like getting to interact with y'all. Like, I can't express to you guys. I was almost crying whenever we started today's live stream. Like, I was having a really rough day. And I'm back to having a good day now, just hanging out with y'all, just focusing on something other than myself and my own problems. And I really appreciate you guys, hanging out and stuff, and just your time investment in me over these past couple of years. And for those of y'all, we've got new folks coming in every day who are like, oh my god, wire wrapping, and I'm like, I know. Melissa says I don't have a pretty face to do Facebook Live or YouTube. It's I'm sorry you feel that way, but I really feel like if a person's good here, then it'll show through here. And thank God for filters. Like, I've got makeup on and like lights and crap, but most of the time I'm like, like my craft and it's not good. Like, you'll notice my camera is very specifically up on a flattering angle. So it's all just little tweaks. Like, I used to wear bras and stuff, kinda, to be like, oh, look, I'm pretty. And now I'm like, I don't feel like having a bra on. Sorry. Oh, Sparkies. Oh, no. Jody. And also, there's a very difference. Like, there's a huge difference between being marketably hot, like a Snapchat girl and stuff, and being a beautiful person that people like being around. Oftentimes they will overlap, but they can and do exist independently of each other. So don't feel like you have to fit into a certain way of looking or a certain anything. Like, sometimes it's nice to just talk to somebody who isn't lip injected, brows, like eyelashes. Like, I mean, they're gorgeous, but I'm like I try to not be super judgy, but it's so much just superficially going on that I'm like, you have to spend half your day just keeping your lips looking right. Like, I don't know, but pretty girls scare me. So I don't know. Okay, more questions, and then we'll wind it up. Tiger says, just wanted to say, I started wire wrapping about a month ago, and I never realized how much I'd love the hobby. And it was one of your videos that got me started, so thank you infinitely. Right on, Tiger. I'm really glad that you enjoy it. Wire wrapping has brought me, crafting has brought me the most joy in my life, and just getting to share it, and like kind of like having a bit of a knitter circle with y'all is really awesome. It's very hard work to look like that and to have like your nails done nice all the time. Like they do not call it high maintenance for no reason. Sorry, Randy. You can just keep sending them.
It's all been fart talk.
Yeah. That degenerated rapidly. Not that I'm not proud, but hey, Mikio, how's it hanging? And Jenny, sorry, I've been answering questions and stuff. I haven't really gone through and really gotten to see who else here. Melissa. She says, very true. I hate my voice too, though. I have a confession to confess to you guys, and I almost don't want to tell you because I know based off of feedback I've gotten in the past that y'all are going to disagree, but I hate hearing myself talk. Hate it. I'm like, God, do you ever shut up? Like whenever, because I'm just like, la 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 la, like, and so whenever I'm editing videos, like I'll mute myself and just pay attention to what I'm doing, and then whenever it looks like I might need to do a transition or something, then I'll turn it back on. But it's like, so just case in point, just because you don't like the way that you look or talk or anything doesn't mean that lots and lots and lots of other people might not just really like you, because I'm astounded by how many people are like really seem to like me, and I'm like, are you sure? Have you met me? Like, and then even after they've met me, I'm like, see, I told you. And they're like, no, you're very nice. And I'm like, it's okay to be wrong, I guess. Like, like so right. You are not at all alone. Dog napping. Patricia. Right on. And see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. And so I put my own crappy opinion aside because I trust y'all more than I trust me. Oh no, Mikio. Bye, Cherry. Thanks for hanging out with us. That would be really cool, Sage. Right on, Angie. Aw, bye, Lily. Victoria, I wish I could remember the name of the lady. I follow her on Instagram, but she has this beautiful like bead and macrame necklace. Well, it's a bracelet, but I like wearing it as a necklace and like around my head. Can't for the life of me remember her name though. Aw, Teresa. Aw. William says, I'm sure Randy loves to hear your voice. We love to hear you too. I'm sure Randy would like to hear me say something other than just bitching. Like, I don't know. He catches the brunt of me, I'm sure. That's fair, miss. Right on, Amethyst. Well, hey, Vicky. I'm glad you were able to catch us. We're just wrapping up, but your kindness comes through in your voice. I love hearing you talk. Shut up, bitch. No. The burning cabochons suggest lining the pan and using a tinfoil tent. Right on. And I think what happened is I need to just make sure that I have it properly preheated beforehand, because my oven will go like full blast, like 500 degrees to try to get it up to the right temperature, and then it'll calm it down. Michelle. Huh? Ooh. Natasha says, I have a thick Southern West Virginia accent that I have to try to tone down consciously. I'm like, embrace it. I talk like a derp. It's okay. I mispronounce everything. I've embraced that. Like, I learned a long time ago to just stop being embarrassed at how ignorant I am. But to try to do better, you know, always. But try and fail is okay too. Mikio Penny, think her last name started with an S. Having a hard time recalling. But someone who had just like burnt a cabochon and had one, and I was like, oh, well, that's excellent. I'm glad I get to send you a fresh one. Right on, Nina. Bless you, baby. Alrighty, guys. I'm gonna go and do work and stuff. Like, I need to clean my house. It's a disaster in here, and Randy and I are coiling and cutting rings today and casting more resin and all sorts of stuff. I know. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and please keep being awesome and doing all of the things that you do, because y'all are making this world a better place with your kindness to each other, with your craftiness, with everything. So please keep being awesome. So until next time, y'all, happy